welcome to a Stronghold Crusader Bootstrap game on the map Canyon. In Bootstrap, you don't get any gold or stone to start the game. You've only got your wood and food.
People are leaving the castle.
We have Krarilotus versus Mystical. I don't know why I keep on putting my name. Oh, it's because I built that. Go there. Now, Krarilotus has brought his Lord and troops up here. He's going to win this initial troop fight by quite a bit. Seems to only have lost one archer for killing. Oh wait, no, there's still at least two in there. Oh no, Krarilotus, don't go down there. You've lost the flight advantage. Well, you still had most of the kills, but... Alright. He's going to advance. I think he's still going to get this one. He has moved his stockpile off to the left of his keep. While Mystical's gone a lot more aggressive. This is where I would have considered putting it. A lot closer to all the resources. Okay, there's going to be a slight fight with the spearman here. Krarilotus, I don't think is paying attention because he kind of let those spears around behind him. Lord's coming out as well. Yeah, those spearmen aren't going to do anything. And Krarilotus is probably going to lose all his army because of that. He's not careful. More archers coming out for Mystical. And Krarilotus is beating a hasty retreat. Where did his stockpile? It's up here. Sorry, it's moved it over here to the far side of this iron. Yeah, I realized that. Yeah, it's... I need to work on that score banner, make it a bit better for maps like this. Oh, you can. Yeah, it's right behind. Unless I go there, you can just see it behind the versus sign. Alright. Well, Krarilotus managed to save two of his archers. But he's now running away from these guys. Horse archers came forward. I am surprised that Mystical didn't go for horse archers. They're only an extra 5 gold, and they're just so much better. Yeah, going for 2 horse archers is going to be way better than 3 regular. Although Krarilotus being stupid and not microing his horse archers and using their advantage. Unfortunately, this assassin coming forward for Krarilotus is probably going to get... Nope, he managed to avoid all those guys. He's probably going to run up and go for that granary, or maybe the houses. Not a huge, hugely aggressive economy yet for Krarilotus, but again, not more aggressive than Mystical's. Mystical coming in with the slingers up at the top there. You guys can't quite see him there. This map in particular is already awkward for this. I think I'm gonna have to rotate, I think. There goes that assassin down. Let us rotate the map. Alright, those things are gonna come in. Slaves trying to come out here for Krarilotus. 1 horse archer. Alright, come on, Mystical, bring those guys in range of the horse archer and don't just lose them like that. Don't just lose them for nothing. Run them over here. Alright, there he goes. He's starting to start moving it. Krarilotus putting his woodcutters to sleep. Rather interesting. Mystical's going to try to get up on top of Krarilotus' keep. Meanwhile, slaves coming on over this side. Krarilotus' slaves are prepared to run up this side. Hasn't done so yet. Krarilotus' eco is not really doing all that strong at the moment, because most of his workers are dead from these slingers. These slingers have done a lot more work than they really should have. And those guys are going to die. I'm not sure why half the sound disappears, but it is. Got 1 slinger left, just killing off any workers over here. It's about to die. However, more stuff already coming in on this side. Gonna drop some flames over here. More slingers and a horse archer even. He's still got this guy. He's still got him. Alright, stop these guys right where you are. Stop him. Alright, don't stop him. Keep him moving. I mean, Krarilotus can come back from this. But these slayers could probably do irreparable damage. You need to stop your slingers in range of targeting those guys, but not out of range of the thing. Krarilotus doesn't have the gold to turn these workers into troops. He's got everything asleep. That's going to be not the best for Mystical, but with so much going on fire. House is now on fire for Krarilotus. Now Krarilotus has lost his last of his units. He's only got these 2 archers up here. This has got to be GG. Alright, let's try to start suiciding my lord now. He's just gonna call it game. And what a game it was! Krarilotus had by far the most kills, and not much behind in the gold either. Checking the military. 1 building destroyed for Krarilotus, lost 16, and that's really where it changed for him. He didn't have much less gold, but I think he spent it on a lot more expensive units. And let's do that eco again. Only a couple hundred gold less. A lot less food. He had way more wood. About 20% more less stone. But other than that, I mean, he wasn't that far behind in the eco. Probably is a bit hard to manage if you go with the bread eco. Yes and no. 2, 1, go. Screen should change. Perfect. Wait for everyone to spawn. I'll disband them because I'm just watching.
Where are we going?
Not actually playing at this stage.
Your popularity is falling.
Alright, so welcome to another Stronghold Crusader Bootstrap game between Krarilotus and Mystical. This is their second game. Krarilotus is pushing for a best of 7 here. The first game was on Canyons, second game Bubbles. Just as a reminder, in Bootstrap games, you don't have any stone or gold to start, you just have wood and food. Krarilotus spamming out 3 quarries with his start wood. Mystical only getting the 1. And a lot more woodcutters. Probably over-invested into the houses as well. Because Krarilotus got half that. Lots of food production. And hasn't moved his stockpile. He has got his granary at the back there. Granary at the back for Mystical as well, but no food production except out the front yet. Wood coming in, so he's going to be able to start spamming out that extra. Yeah, I did. Yeah, exactly, Nikhil. The farm at the front. There you go. He starts putting it out the back. I think he placed that before he placed that. Krarilotus already upset about something. What? Okay. What did he... Okay, I completely missed whatever that was. Ah, okay. So he destroyed his stockpile and lost his first thing. So you download, yeah, if you install Crusader, you have to open up the patch, install the, link it to your game. You can select the appropriate settings, and then once you've got that, you click install, and then you're good to go. Under the AIC is where you choose the AIs that you want. play with. The aggressive AIs is the one we usually play with.
We're off home.
Now, you don't have to use extreme. It works perfectly fine in extreme or regular. We use extreme just for the extra troop count. Alright, welcome again to a Stronghold Crusader Bootstrap game between Mystical and Krarilotus. This is the second game in a best of 7. First game was on Canyons and went to Mystical. Second game is now got Krarilotus coming into the center here in the black. Okay, they're both getting to the center about the same point. Although it looks like Mystical's going to win this because Krarilotus is still moving. This is not going to go well for right, first Krarilotus gets the first kill. Second kill. And then the spearman in there. I think he's actually going to win this. He really shouldn't have, but he managed to. I think he'll lose all his spears, but his archers can deal with the remaining spearmen. No problems. He's going to pull those guys off. Well played. Well played, Krarilotus. He's moved his stockpile just in front of the keep. Which is certainly interesting. Got apple economy, and he's managed to get all his stone quarries out already. Meanwhile, on Mystical's side, you've got the little granary out the front. Oh, I'm not liking that strategy. Only 2 of the quarries out so far. He's managed to get all the apple farms out the back. He needs to kill this, otherwise this granary is useless to him. The Lord's going to push it off, but it's not going to keep it off for very long. Krarilotus has already had at least 1 delivery of stone. Slay's coming over this side. He's going to try to burn this stone quarry here. Mystical getting slingers to defend it straight away. He probably has the wood to get a couple extra quarries there. Alright, these guys aren't going to do too much, I think. And if Mystical's not careful, he's going to get sneaked here with the assassins. In fact, if I were Krarilotus, that's what I would be doing right now.
Gold needed.
I want to see if he's actually going for anything like that. Doesn't look like he's going for any assassins coming out. But he should have the he should have had the gold for it. Selling the stone. Should also be using that wood to get out his iron. Flames on this side. He almost got the granary. Oh, they got really close to killing the granary. I'm just waiting for this lord to get killed by a bunch of assassins. Horse archers coming out here for Mystical. That's going to easily clear up these guys. As long as Mystical keeps them moving. Yep, easy, done. Move it out of range. Gets all the kills. Perfect. More assassins coming over here for Krarilotus to get that granary.
Gold needed.
Gonna leave him there, it seems. Easy for Mystical come and kill them off. Krarilotus, come on, that's just not good, man. 1 strike on that granary and it would be down. Let's see another one over there. No, there was a tree spawning, I think. Lots of flames over here on Krarilotus' side as well. Mostly not too damaging though. Couple farms, couple of woodcutters' huts going down. I think this here is going to be doing the work. If you can get that lit. These archers coming in just in time to kill those guys off. Horse archers. Okay, this is not good for you, Mystical. You've got the low ground. Gives you about 1/3 the damage. So Krarilotus can kill 3 of your guys with 1 of his. So that's really not where you want to be. If you want to fight this, you need to be on the high ground. Or have far more troops. The high ground is a bit overpowered in this game, I think. But Mystical's got all his quarries up now, all his iron mines. And he's got some troops lying around to prevent any nuisance slave raids. I'm curious to see who's going to be the first to get the shields out. Krarilotus, why don't you go for that granary? He's just ignoring the granary. It's really weird. Gonna lose those assassins for absolutely no gain. More horse archers coming in from Mystical. Krarilotus seeing some fire to some of these apple farms in the center. These apple farms are probably not the best strategy here. Mystical, just so hard to defend, being so far away from your base, along with defending everything else. Okay, here goes Krarilotus. He's starting to moat in his right side, or the left side over here. You can get walls just around this these hills, or moat. Here we go with some assassins coming up for... Only the 3 assassins coming in for Mystical. But it looks like Krarilotus is planning on getting those... that was a waste of gold right there. Getting his shields starting to come out now. Again, those 3 assassins just sitting there. See? Each their own. Oh, we don't have any shields coming in for Mystical yet. Here goes some more assassins for Krarilotus. But shields and horse archers over here to defense.
Stealthy assassins will sneak into your castle.
The assassins getting in there. They spread out to destroy all these iron mines. This is what it wasn't. Oh, this could be enough to finish the game. Krarilotus needs to micro them a bit though. And his shields and horse archers are coming forward, killing the assassins as they go past. Here we go. Oh, this will bring in his slingers. Those will clear out those assassins. However, these guys getting so close, I don't think there's much of a comeback here for Mystical. Krarilotus, get these guys up onto the top hill, prevent any resources coming in. Each one of these guys has the equivalent of 70 gold on them. No, 35 gold each, sorry. Krarilotus, I don't know what you're seeing on the bottom hill. Head up there, kill the oxen as they come to deliver the more word. We've got no popularity here for Mystical. I really don't see any way back into us for Mystical, unfortunately. More slaves coming over to get rid of those extra assassins coming out to put his quarries to sleep. Krarilotus isn't paying attention to this. He's going to lose this army. That's unfortunate. However, I think he's got plenty of resources to replace it. There's a lot of assassins coming in. Krarilotus, what are you going to do with them? Can't just leave him there. Granary going down. I don't think there's any food left in it anyway. No food. In fact, neither player has any food. Must have been a decent assassin raid at the back here. Yeah, there goes the assassins jumping up here. Krarilotus is shifting to a bread economy where he can buy the wheat. Definitely got the gold for that. And Mystical's calling it. GG. Well played. I'll go and suicide my lord. Or we can just do that. Alright, so let's check that military stats out. 89 kills, 76 losses, pretty close there. And same with the buildings destroyed, pretty dang close. I think the difference was in the food produced, I think. Once that goes off, we'll go into the eco. Yeah, food produced was only a little bit in Krarilotus' favour, but he had a fair bit amount more gold. Alright, let's get into this game then. 3, 2, 1.
The keep is enclosed.
We are under attack.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
Wait for me to die before I do an intro for the video.
The Lord has been killed. Your popularity is falling.
Alright, welcome to match number 3 in the best of 7 between Krarilotus and Mystical. This is Bootstrap game mode. So neither player has any gold or stone. Krarilotus getting started with the hunters up here. Mystical got a couple of hunters. Well, hunters are too close. I did warn them before the game that the hunters have a minimum hunt range. That's alright. Gone for a lot more apple farms to make up for it. The score so far is 1-1. Mystical won on the new map Canyons, and Krarilotus won on the map Bubbles. This is match 3 on Split Fronts, which is the first map that Krarilotus made for the stream for our style. Krarilotus not being as aggressive with his troops, he's just going to leave them on the edge of the hill there. Meanwhile, Mystical's gone right up with his troops, and he's top of the cliff here. Not doing too much, but you really don't want to give up that height. First stone in for Krarilotus. Mystical's going to be a bit slower to his first load of stone, just because he's used 2 ox tethers instead of the 1. He'll get his second delivery about the same time. But that's the way it works. Half the deer are gone for Krarilotus. Meanwhile, barely started on the deer here for Mystical. Alright, there goes our first and second delivery of stone here for Mystical. Krarilotus' second delivery of stones coming in. And this Mystical is being pushed off here. You got assassins in here, you got horse archers to help out. He's not careful that, yeah, you need to back off there. Mystical. Yep, he's got the large units. They're not going to make it out though. That horse archer can run him down. So we've got some slingers out here. I do think you need at least one long range guy to deal with the horse archer. There he goes, the one horse archer to deal with that. Oh no! Alright, he got it. Just in time, stops those slingers to kill that. Healer heals army. Yes, that we are using that. It doesn't really get used all that often, to be honest. Sometimes it can come in really handy. Other times it's because you have to have your army back at your keep to heal them up. Not really effective when you're in the middle of the fight. Way out here, you can't. It won't help. And all your army's usually on the other side of the map. And you'd rather use that 100 gold in eco, build some weapons buildings or something. Krarilotus has managed to claim all his hill resources and is expanding extra stone as much as he can. Mystical's got his hill resources and not much else. However, he is bringing in some slingers up the top here. No, he's not going to do anything there. Got slingers over here. Probably need to get him on this side. stop that quarry from working. Alright, those horse archers, get them out of there. Get them out of there. No, not like that. Alright, Assassin's coming forward for Krarilotus now. Trying to get into the thing. Krarilotus' hunters are trying to hunt Mystical's deer. Just because he's run out on his side. Oh wait, no, still got a couple more. Just the hunter's path thing is just weird. Hey slave, burn that thing up. Oh, these guys can clear that out anyway, it's no problem. Burning stone there. Oh, don't lose another horse archer like that. Come on. Alright, slowly getting rid of those spearmen. And I'm willing to bet that there's probably some extra assassins coming on over this side. Krarilotus. However, as I'm dead, I can't go find them this time. Assassins coming up, killing that horse archer. And they're going to come right up the center, so these guys are in the wrong spot. Krarilotus just has a couple of random horse archers running around. This is expanding his stone eco now. Just a little bit behind Krarilotus, but then again, if you can hold it, then that's not a problem. Eight units for Krarilotus. I hadn't actually looking at that. Over here somewhere at 12 now, 13. So it's about equal. However, you've got a lot more slingers up here. I didn't quite get anything damaged. He did manage to get rid of that one iron mine. And the other assassin is going to go down without doing any extra damage. Extra slingers. So mystical. 3 horse archers going to come forward now for Krarilotus. Gonna get that excellent fire goes before the slave dies. Now Krarilotus is gonna start getting resources out of the stone over here. Wait, what? Why do you have an ox tether here for mystical? Why did mystical? It must have been a misclick. It had to have been a misclick. He thought he was placing it next to this one. He probably rotated the map or something. Alright, plenty of horse archers here now for Mystical coming over here to deal with those guys. Krarilotus sending a slave towards this quarry. And Mystical doesn't have anything really over there to defend it. But he is spamming out a bunch more slaves. Krarilotus trying to get the height advantage. But there's enough horse archers there that the height advantage isn't going to do much good to him. You get some slaves to get rid of this. Get rid of the farms. There's a lot of eco there for Krarilotus. Fire has been set. This horse archer is going to kill those slaves. Looks like an assassin got rid of that quarry there as well. Meanwhile, you got a assassin actually doing pretty decent work. Killing 2 of the horse archers. Coming in for Mystical, where he's going to send them. Looks like he's going to go for the granary. Granary could do damage. Also, going for these guys could do a lot of damage. I think they're just standing there at the moment. They're not actually... Yeah, they're just standing around. Probably going to attack the... No, he's just rally pointed them right here. Anyway, you got his... Why are you standing on the bottom of the hill? Get up the hill. Alright, he's burning as much of Krarilotus' eco as possible. Although, I don't think he realized about this stone quarry up here. Those assassins must have been taken out. Ready? Lost that stone to the fire. Stone delivery gone. Don't run your horses through your own fire. Don't do it. They're going around it, that's right. Shield's coming in for Krarilotus. This was going to pull off. He did get a couple of kills on those horse archers. He's going to pull off before he loses too much to those shields. He's going to run over here, get rid of those stone deliveries. It looks like he's about to start getting his own shields coming out. There we go. Finally lost this quarry. And he's got more slaves coming up the top here. Does Krarilotus notice this? I don't think he does. Got assassins right in the middle of the base now. And they've just been rally pointed there, so they're not actually going to do anything. Which is a shame. It's the one problem about using the rally point to get them everywhere. Split some of those guys down here. Get some of them down here. Come on, Mystical. At least you got one thing on fire. Let me circle that around so we can see that a bit better. How's... unfortunately, that well's going to protect all that. No real problems there. Wasn't in. An inn got destroyed over here earlier. Now, Krarilotus is pushing forward here with his shields and horse archers. Shields coming forward now for Mystical. I do believe Mystical's got the advantage at this stage, to be honest. Which is kind of odd considering the score really doesn't match that up. But he's just got far more troops here with more shields. I think Krarilotus has just been doing a lot more damage with his assassins. And Mystical's probably struggling to keep his food running, considering he's got no farms. Well, he's got 2 farms, but so far away. Krarilotus pulling back his horse archers and shields. He's got to have some answer to these guys. And I don't think he's going to have an answer by the time they arrive. More slaves coming in here. He's split some off to go for this quarry here, finally. Another horse archer down for Krarilotus. Alright, run up the hill this time. Mystical, don't just stay at the bottom of the hill, please. He just wants to cover that slave, get some more farms. The problem is that he can kill the farms, but Krarilotus can always just buy the wheat, and it's still economic to do it that way. You can sell excess food to pay for the wheat. Extra assassins coming through for Krarilotus. I don't know if Mystical saw that, but he's still pretty well defended here. Krarilotus is going to have to go for an end run on the Lord. Come out of this, I think. Mystical, target that assassin. Or move, that works too. Assassin's coming forward for Mystical as well. Assassin down. Now bring you guys back up the hill. Shield's going down now for Krarilotus. Manually targeting them elsewhere. Wants that granary, I think. But unfortunately, because these guys are out of range, those horse archers are able to focus down those assassins. Why you really need to keep these guys in range of your opponent's shields. What are you doing with these guys? What's the plan here? You're just gonna get slaughtered for nothing. Come on. Go on, Mystical, you're better than that. I know you are. Oh, lost horse archers without the shields. And now it's swung more towards Krarilotus' favor in the military side. I don't know what he's trying to do with his slingers here. Slaves coming in, that could do a lot of damage. Set some fire into these guys. These guys are staying there just to distract the fire, just long enough for that fire to go up. That one well is not going to be enough to protect that. That should spread. For the Krarilotus putting down extra wells to try and get rid of it. The shields are being retreated here. Looks like those assassins for Krarilotus were doing a lot more work than I expected them to. Managed to get rid of the Engineers Guild and 2 of the iron mines. And Krarilotus coming forward with a huge army now. And I don't see No, actually, I'd say that Mystical probably does have the answer to that. Gets these slingers behind those shields and you should be alright. That fire's slowly going out. But all the while, Krarilotus cannot get any food. And as we can see up here, almost there, he's just run out of food. He's just eaten his last bit of food. Popularity's going to start going down. He was already on 59. That's going to go down pretty quick now. 50. And now he lost his brewer, which means it's going to go down even faster. 0 food for both, yes, but Mystical's just got a little bit more popularity to handle it. And to be honest, I kind of expected that because he has to have these farms running. But I think this fight here is going to go Krarilotus' way. And Krarilotus has put all the fire out. He's ready to put this back to work. He can buy a little bit of food. Buy some, the beard's going to go straight in and he's good to go. Meanwhile, it's not really that easy for Mystical. He's going to have to buy food directly, which is a lot more expensive. And unfortunately, his army has now been pushed off. And Mystical's got no gold to deal with it. I really don't think the apple economy on this map is the way to go. Oh, don't do that. That was not a smart move. He's trying to run his lord away. Which is a strategy. I would have run that lord at them. Trying to get rid of him. I think this is well into Krarilotus' favor. He's the only one with army. And his eco actually is supportable. He's got stuff he can sell in order to get food. He's got beer, he's got hops, and he's got his inns running so he can tax as well. Although these assassins, if they will work well, those assassins target those inns, the things could change very quickly, but he's completely, both players have no idea they're there. But he's just moving them? They're rally pointed there. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Those guys are all going to die for nothing. Meanwhile, Krarilotus sending more army up here. Mystical cannot get his food delivered. There's really nowhere to go from here, unfortunately. The game must go to Krarilotus. However, Mystical still has 17 units. And with that amount up on the keep, though, not going to do it even if they're all assassins. Well played. It is now 2-1 towards Krarilotus. That was very close for much of the game. I'm quite happy with how that one worked. How that game went. Let's check the military stats first. 162 kills to 73. Losses for Krarilotus. I think most of that went into killing slingers and losing horse archers, so it's not really good, but about equal buildings destroyed and lost. It swung several times. Krarilotus had double the gold, and with double the gold, I really would have expected him to be much, much stronger there. Alright, welcome to game number 4 of the best of 7 between Krarilotus and Mystical. Krarilotus is now up 2-1. We're playing Bootstrap, which means that the players get no gold or stone to start the game. Mystical won on the new map, Canyons. Krarilotus won on Bubbles and Split Fronts. Krarilotus spamming out the wood eco and one quarry, and he's been quite aggressive with his stockpile. People don't usually put the stockpiles at the bottom of the hill here. They usually leave it somewhere up here. Meanwhile, Mystical's just shifted over here closer to his stone, but still on his hill. Again, that hunter not going to work. That's really bad because he's going to have to walk. In fact, he's going to try walk around here and up to this there. I did explain to him before the last game. However, he may not have noticed it. So unfortunately, that's going to cost him. He's gone for apples at back here. May not be the best approach. But I have done that and done really well off apples on the map, so it works. Krarilotus also going for apples, but they're a lot closer to his granary. Spamming out extra eco here for Mystical already. 4 quarries already, so the Krarilotus is 1. About to get his first delivery of wood here for Krarilotus. Krarilotus is just going to sit here in the gap between the river, rather between the moat. Not going to bother trying to wall it off. Where is? Wait, no, that's Mystical's standing there, not Krarilotus. Get it right. Krarilotus jumping up on top of the hill to get the height advantage of them. Food's starting to come in for Krarilotus. Wood's starting to come in, and he's spammed extra eco himself. And we have the first ox tethers coming out. He's got plenty of wood to expand into the iron. Krarilotus has not expanded to any of his iron yet. I can get my words to work. And Krarilotus' hunters are trying to come over to hunt this deer. Now he's cleared all this deer off. So he probably wants to destroy these guys now because they're not going to do any good for him. And as I said, this hunter walking all the way over here to hunt this stuff. Surprised he managed to make it there and back. His dog's sitting around over here. And well, Mystical's doing work with his archers actually. Krarilotus bringing out the horse archer to try push him off. One horse archer is not going to be enough. If he micros them enough, it might be, but he's... Wow, why are you giving him that territory? You could have won that fairly easily. This horse archer is going to kill off these spearmen for nothing. I really think he should have left those archers up there. I don't think he should pull that easily, but that's right. That's just me. There's stone coming in. Oh, going to be coming in. Now, Krarilotus can get away with less workers on his stone quarries. However, he's going to get the exact same amount of stone all up out of it. Alright, this is not going to work in Krarilotus' favour. I don't know what he was thinking. Assassin's coming forward now for Mystical. Mystical, I would be bringing these guys in to distract fire from these guys before those assassins get in. Move them over here, draw the fire, and then get your assassins up to destroy the eco. That's the one. That's the one. Krarilotus pulling back some of his archers just to distract the fire. So it's going to go into Krarilotus' favour. Mystical does have the extra 3 horse archers there, which can easily kill these guys off. And I think now it's going to go into Mystical's favour. Excellent. I don't know what happened to those assassins that went through a moment ago. Slave's trying to come forward for Krarilotus. He's probably going to try to dig through way up here. I really want... Oh, there goes an assassin. Sitting on Krarilotus' keep. Krarilotus has no popularity now. Got very few workers. Mystical, you can jump over the river now. Krarilotus just keeping his guys there, but he doesn't have any more workers to turn into troops. Mystical should just get something over here. I don't really care what it is. Fire, assassins, whatever. Lots of stuff you can be destroying over here. Get that granary. Get those inns. Although he's going for the houses at the back for Krarilotus. Krarilotus spamming out extra houses wherever he can just to try keep up with his popularity. No, let him do it. Alright, so one more horse archer down. This assassin's been doing work, man. Oh, no, you need to get these, either put these guys up on top of the hill or get out of there. Do not fight from the bottom of the hill. Alright, slaves coming in to set the fires. Excellent, I love the fire. Krarilotus still with his slaves over here, not doing much. Hanging out. Now he's mostly just using these to draw fire from the horse archers. So they can keep on moving his slaves around. Spreading the fire. And this is it. Get the fire on the on here. If you can get this on fire, that's game. Assassin's coming in now. Krarilotus is calling it. GG. It is 2-2. Oh my god. So we got 31 kills to 14 losses for Mystical. 9 buildings destroyed to none lost. That is well played. And in the eco, once we eco, not actually that too different on the eco. Mystical was about 20% ahead, 25%, 20% ahead, but not all that different. Alright, so let's move on to the next map. Alright, Mystical's just wanting a quick break. This has been a great little series. 2-2. I think Krarilotus' aggression with that stockpile all the way out there really did not pay off for him. I think he needs to stick to leaving it up at the top of the hill at least. Krarilotus saying the games are stressing him out. Right. Correct, Nikhil. 3, 2, 1, go. It is 2 versus 2.
Lions are attacking, my liege.
The Lord has been killed.
With that go off, I'll do a quick intro. Hello and welcome to game number 5 of Krarilotus versus Mystical best of 7. The score is 2-2. All tied up. The map is Trident. And Mystical going for a very aggressive granary up here. I don't think that's going to work out for him. This is the first time he's played this map, so you can expect some mistakes there. Krarilotus bringing his stuff behind him. This is Bootstrap, so they don't get any gold or stone to start the game. Where's he putting his stockpile? Way down here. That is aggressive, man. There's no way he's going to be able to defend both sides. That is so aggressive. My word, I do not see this working. I'm already like, he's gonna have to play damn well to be able to hold both sides. Oh my word. Like, I'm already just gonna call it, yeah, Krarilotus wins this game. We may as well move on to the next one. But if he pulls it off, I'm gonna be bowing down before him, man. That is so aggressive, man. Krarilotus coming over for the quarries. But all he needs to do is sell some of his food that he's getting here. And buy 1 slave, destroy all that. Done. There's nothing, everything's sent this way to defend to defend his food economy. Oh my word, that's aggressive. I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless at just how aggressive he's gone. Man. Krarilotus trying to get at least one farm burnt. And there goes the slingers up the other side. And this stuff's gone as well. I really think this is game. I kind of want to suggest a rematch on this map. Just because so aggressive. That was so aggressive. Alright, we're gonna go again. We're gonna go on the same map again, so we're good. 3, 2, 1, go. As I say, it was Mystical's first time playing this map.
Lions are attacking my liege.
So
Has been killed.
I can understand why he did that, but that was going to be so tough to actually hold out on. So welcome to game number 5 of the best of 7 between Krarilotus and Mystical. The score is 2 versus 2. This is actually the second time we've played this map. I'm not counting the first one in the best of 7. Mystical's first game, and he went super aggressive. He had his granary right down here and his stockpile right down here, and it just did not work. So he's trying it again, going for a much safer granary here, stockpile here. Just fairly standard and easy to keep safe. Krarilotus is going to bring his army down on the right hand side. Mystical's been watching. He's going to bring his army over to match it. Now remember, this is Bootstrap mode, so they don't get any gold or stone. Trying for the weapons eco with the iron. And it's just, if it this close to your stockpile, the iron mine is better than the quarry for gold value. Yeah, the benefit of the stone quarry is that you can increase your number of ox tethers, so you can always get the same rate of gold value out of it as you do the rest of the time, no matter how far away it is. Whereas the iron mine, once it's past a certain distance, the iron piles up here while this guy's just constantly walking backwards and forwards, and you start reducing the amount of gold you get out of it, and so that's when that becomes less valuable. So that at this distance, especially if you've got it right next to it, this is going to be by far the strongest thing. It basically, if he's finished putting his iron down here, by the time he gets back, then you start to lose out by doing it this way. Slave's coming forward now for Mystical. Krarilotus has one slave over here as well, and some slingers. They're going to sit up there? No, they're going to come right down. Slaves coming up the other side as well, and Krarilotus once again has one slave over here. Slingers coming over this way. They're going to deal with these slaves, but we're going to get a few of the woodcutters down at the very least. The slingers are going to deal with those two. 3 woodcutters down. I'd really like to see him run across and destroy that guy with one of those other guys. Alright, he's just going to leave that there. Alright, what do we got down here? Let's check this economy. We've got 1 iron, 2 iron. Don't quarry. Okay, this iron was not a good move. going for this stone first would have been better, or this iron first, just because of how close it is to the quarry, so to the stockpile. Krarilotus, as Krarilotus has done, he's gone for the closest iron to your stockpile first, and then change it from there. Stays going to go down. More stays coming forward for Mystical. He's got his guys sitting down here. Not really doing anything because he knows he can't get up past these guys. I would like to see just one horse archer come over here to deal with these slingers. Then these assassins can get up there, no problems. Horse archers coming this side from Krarilotus. See, again, he goes for the Arabian archers, and for an extra 20 gold, you could have 40 horse archers, which, like, these guys would be firing back right now. They can only fire when they're stopped. The Arabian archers, the horse archers are worth far more than just that 5 extra gold. I like to zoom in on certain things, but generally I try to stay zoomed out as well. Alright, plenty of horse archers now coming forward for Mystical. He's going to send them out to deal with the horse archers from Krarilotus. Krarilotus is getting aggressive with the stone over this side now. I'm surprised he hasn't shifted more to Rare Deco yet. I think once this guy starts working, he'll start destroying these guys and making them into wheat farms. Alright, just grab one of these slaves and burn these guys. Alright, those guys are going to drop down. Horse archers are in. Alright, I guess if he doesn't go down there, it's okay. Beaming down for nothing. Warwick gone for Mystical. Mystical has got all his iron at the top of the hill. Krarilotus has all his stuff as well. I don't think Mystical realizes the grassland at the back. They would have seen it when he placed that woodcutter, so. Yep, that's definitely going to go into Mystical's favor. Slaves coming forward to deal with those 3 farms. You can kill that guy, so none of these farms have gotten any value out of the Krarilotus. There we go. Thing is down. Krarilotus trying to defend these archers with slingers. Meanwhile, while he's doing that, Mystical's like, well, you know what? If you're going to try to use your slingers over here, let me send my slaves in. That's a great idea. I'm just going to come in and just kill off all your base. Horse archers coming out now for Krarilotus. Again, you do not want to be on the bottom of the hill. Get up the hill. This is not a good spot to be in. You lose 2/3 of your hitting power. You'd start getting the Ninjas Guild. I think you could do that. However, at least for like right now, Mystical should be doing that. However, for Krarilotus, he needs to have more to deal with this. So for Krarilotus, should be dealing with this first and then moving into it. Oh, assassins! This army's going to go down. Not much left it can do. Still got 2 more horse archers there. Krarilotus getting extra stuff in here. The stone's going to come through. He only lost 2 farms for all that. Well, by the time any extra units got up here, it would be too late. Which is why going for shields, so that when you do go there, it's taking a step up. It's increasing the pressure on Krarilotus. Whereas now he has to, well, he can send out some more of them, but Krarilotus has already recruited the answer to that. At this point now, Krarilotus should go for some extra shields right now. Assassin's coming in here for Mystical. Unfortunately, Mystical sends them all the way out here on a rally point. That doesn't really, they then end up just standing around. Neither of them are going to go for their shields, which is rather interesting. More horse archers now for Krarilotus. You got what, 5 there? Go for it. This looks strong, but 2 of them are almost dead. 1 shot and 2 of those guys are down. You got more guys and healthier. Don't pull back now. Alright, he's going for more horse archers. Still no engineers guild on either side. I'll swing around just so you can see the side of Krarilotus' economy that would be hidden by the score bar. Horse archers up here for I think keeping the height advantage, trying to kill as much as they can. That works. Another one running around here, just being a nuisance. Be careful, don't run into those guys. Definitely needs to have an answer to this. Destroy that, or get your own. That works too. Again, this iron mine's probably not the best idea. Going for another quarry would have been smarter at this distance. Those horse archers running in again. Disrupting the eco. Got on top of the hill. Well played. Now bring them in. Probably get them up here. Kill off all the workers. And then stay in range of Krarilotus' heat so he can't get any more workers. Turn into troops. That would be the play, I think. Krarilotus in here destroying that one. But again, no shields. This is really odd considering how overpowering shields are. But again, I cannot fault Mystical for this. Mystical is definitely playing well, and he is smashing it. And I guess you can say he doesn't need the shields. Meanwhile, he's going to come around. Krarilotus has managed to get his popularity back up. I saw it tank a little bit before. Mystical has a tank popularity, 45, and no food. Assassin's got in here and destroyed his granary. He's running around trying to deal with the assassins that have been running around destroying his eco. Another one down there. Meanwhile, Krarilotus losing assassins for nothing, and Krarilotus' entire base on fire. This is, I don't know, I feel like saying, over here, I'm not looking at this. Oh yeah, no, Mystical's definitely in the better position. Then I look at this and I go, oh well, Mystical's definitely not in the better position. I don't know what to say right now. Alright, there's still one more assassin running around here, but Mystical knows about it. He's running around looking for it. He's got his horse archers constantly running away from the Lord over here. All this resource is getting burnt as I try to walk past. Houses going down for Krarilotus now. He's got gonna get negative popularity. They're both tanking their popularity. No food for Krarilotus. No, he's got housing issues. Both play. No. His workers are dying fast enough to keep his housing issues at okay. Unit count, popularity, work. Yeah, I was just noticing Krarilotus was having crowding issues. But yeah, but then you got, again, as you say, 21 units left for Mystical. However, those 21 are 5 there, or 6 there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12, and I suspect a lot of those other 8 are ghost engineers. Wait, no, there can't be any ghost. There goes another 7. That's really all of the units. They're all mostly sitting there as defense. Krarilotus has 2. I don't see where they are, but they're probably assassins somewhere. God, possibly over here. You'd think it's Krarilotus is giving it in. I would not have got that. Krarilotus has called it. Oh my word. I'm not sure I would have called it right there. Alright. So, what do we got here? Military. Pretty equal. 71 kills, 85 losses. 19 buildings destroyed, not 20 losses. I'm looking at the Krarilotus row there. Krarilotus to 75 units recruited to 93 for Mystical, though Mystical had a lot more slingers. And the Eco. Pretty close, 4,200 to Krarilotus, 3,900 to Mystical. Pretty damn close right the way through. Welcome guys to map number 6 of the best of 7 between Krarilotus and Mystical. The score is 3 to Krarilotus versus 2 to Mystical. They've been very close games, especially in these last few. And don't ask me which ones, who won, I forget the maps. Canyons went to Mystical. Split Fronts and Bubbles went to Krarilotus. The Match went to Mystical. And Trident went to Krarilotus. Alright, so we got already the stockpile we moved up here for Mystical. Krarilotus, he's going to get the first load of wood out, spend it, and then move the stockpile up, which requires a bit more attention, but it can get your eco jump started a lot quicker. Already an assassin coming forward for Krarilotus, as shown by the neutral troops letting us know where they are, which is kind of handy. And unfortunately, he's got to get targeted and killed. Nope, they're gonna. All the archers are going to focus on the green troops instead of the assassin. And he's manually targeting him now. That assassin will go down. Krarilotus lost his archer to the lions. Where's the rest of Krarilotus' troops? Bringing 4 up here. Uses demon to attack the tower? Really? Okay, to each their own. I think he meant to just put them up there, but accidentally told them to attack it. Which is what Mystical should probably do, is grab your spearmen, tell them to go stand up there. So they're not distracting your defensive fire. 3 apple farms to Mystical. Krarilotus doing much the same, he's only on the 2 apple farms though. He has now moved his stockpile up. He's got his remaining archers up here in the tower. Defend against any assassins that may be sent forward from Mystical. Mystical should probably get rid of this. These guys getting distracted is really not good for him. Especially considering they're trying to attack both sides. Wood coming in, stone coming in. He can now improve his eco. Then I got the 2 quarries. Krarilotus got the 2 quarries and 3 iron mines. Plus a wheat farm at the back here. I really think you should probably have gone for this quarry before this one, but that's right. It's a me nitpicking rather than actually being an issue. With ox tethers, it doesn't really matter how far you put them away. It's just extra workers which you can tax. So all good. Very, very smart. Getting a moat over this side here for Mystical, just to prevent any assassins running in at the Lord over here. While his own slaves come forward, and Krarilotus is starting his own little moat. And losing his some of his eco there. Oh, come on, you need to move him. Don't keep him there. Very well played. Alright. Get their houses. Krarilotus spamming out extra houses because he knows he's going to lose these 2. Lost his Merc post. Easy to replace. He's got the wood for it. Placed right next to where it was. One house down. So it's going to be 2 house down. And Mystical has been able to... Please. Krarilotus brings these guys out just in time. He might be able to prevent this moat from being finished up. I think it might be done because the horse archers are going to be distracted from firing at these slaves. The slaves are going to get that moat done just in time. If it weren't for the distraction of these guys, I don't think that would have got made in time. Now Mystical has to be careful that he doesn't attack up the hill. Right now, Krarilotus is, if he can stay just a little bit up, works out to be about half the height of a low wall. Is when the height advantage kicks in. He finally used those spearmen to get up there. Krarilotus, interestingly, doing some more moat digging on the other side, just to prevent any unwanted guests, I suppose. Wait, how do you get that assassin over there? Is there still a gap there? I think there might be a gap still there. Alright, bring those horse archers over here now. Bring them up here. Attack these guys from us. You're still going to have the height disadvantage. Krarilotus' hunters. Wait, are those Krarilotus' hunters? Yeah, he's got hunters up here. Instead of going here, that's easy far enough away. They've decided, let's hunt way over here. But I think because of the pathing, I think they came here first. The first one to pick it up goes, oh, I'll pick up that deer. He goes, oh, the deer's been picked up. I won't pick up my deer then. See you later. Because the hunters are idiots. Shields coming forward now for Krarilotus. No shields anywhere nearby. Oh, here he goes. He's just starting to think about his own shields. Like, I feel like Mystical has the advantage at the moment, although the eco... he's being a lot more aggressive, doing a lot more damage to Krarilotus. The eco is pretty close, pretty similar. Except for the bread eco. However, it's these shields here that are really going to change it very quickly. I think he accidentally got the he accidentally bought that trebuchet. Shields, get those shields around the horses before moving up. Don't bring them in after. Oh no, Krarilotus. Don't do that. Alright, pull them back, Mystical. Get them back out of there. They're out. Well, nice died. Alright. Extra shields available if you need them, Mystical. Krarilotus. Gonna finish that, or is he just gonna leave it like that? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, but it looks like he missed his horses there. The tower helps. Yep. Yeah, that helped. Yeah, that tower's coming in handy here. As long as he can keep the attention of these guys firing here. While Krarilotus, I would be trying to manually target these guys just to get some easy kills. Yeah, you need to move this horse archer a bit closer to deal with that thinger. Moat has been dug, so we're good. Again, if he could manually target these horse archers, you'd be much better off. Assassins, bring those assassins forward and attack into the shields. Very nicely done. Well played. He baited Krarilotus forward and Krarilotus got slaughtered for it. And Krarilotus is losing it. Horse archers on these lions here. The assassins clearing the path for the horse archers coming from Mystical. Mystical's still got the army here. He's got the assassins to back it up. Krarilotus bringing forward some slingers to try to do some work behind it. But that's a lot of assassins. He could be going for the end game right now. And I think an end run right now would work. Krarilotus bringing his lord off the keep, and he's going to get him walled in as fast as possible. Exactly what he needs to do. But what we need to do here now is set a couple of those guys in here, killing off the workers so that we can get any more military for Krarilotus. Send the rest over here, destroy the eco. There's slaves over here getting rid of the farms. He's got no eco and he's got no workers. That could be, well be game. You left for half a minute. Hey Strix, how's it going? Yes, this Krarilotus was coming over here and all of a sudden it just went down the crapper for him. Alright, what we need to do now, if I was mystical, unman a few of those shields, turn them into a ram, use the ram to break the wall, attack the wall, and kill the lord. Get most of those assassins up here to destroy this stuff. There could be a lot of damage here. Krarilotus still has food coming in, doesn't have more gold coming in, and that could be problematic. And doesn't really have the army. He's getting assassins out of this. There we go. Exactly what I said. 4 of them. He's gonna make a ram. The ram's gonna break through there. This is game. What happened to those? So there's some assassins over here for Krarilotus, but they're being chased down. That's gonna be it in this game. Yes, it is. 4-2. Mystical has won the best thing, and these stats once again are so close. Most of it. Hit the military. 86 kills for Mystical to 26 losses. That's probably where he won it. And gold, Mystical is actually really close. The eco side, they were really close. It was just the military side that Krarilotus fell down on.